Okay, so, whoops, there we go. Now I'm going to get out my sprouters. That's one of them. And the other one's here. And I've got two of them because I wanted to make a good quantity of sprouts. Okay. And to take up not that much in the way of counter space room and so on and so forth, so that's why I got these things together. These ones are more designed for making sprouts to put in sandwiches and baguettes and that sort of stuff because of the quantity it can provide. Another way of sprouting I've already shown you on my videos before, and that's when you just use a jar to grow the sprouts in. Now the whole purpose of sprouting is to take things such as mung beans, lentils and the rest of that, and to make a more nutritious, more volume-full vegetable out of them, and which you can have produced in the most energy efficient way possible, namely without any energy from the mains whatsoever, or without any energy from a fire source whatsoever, and just relying upon nature and the natural organic processes within the beans or sprouts, or within the lentils themselves. And you end up with lots of electrolytes, with protein, with calorific power. You end up with vitamins and minerals and all sorts of stuff which is like cracked open from the seeds by natural power over a period of a few days, just using water. And it's actually quite a fascinating process. Okay, my favourite thing to sprout in all the world so far is the brown lentil. Brown lentils seem to work very well with your digestive system. I've had digestive system problems in the past, so essentially I'm interested in things which help out in that way, and they produce a very good tasting sprout. So, and of course they're cheap. Alright, so if you want to have like really properly healthy food, you can have it dirt cheap. I mean, there's no way you can turn around to people and say, well, I can't afford to eat healthy, if you know how to grow sprouts. All you need to get some of them going is a jar container to do the soaking in overnight. So it's late at night, I'm going to get the brown lentils on to soak, and we'll start making some sprouts. This is going to be pretty cool. Going to use the funnel which came with my canning kit. And let's see if I can do this without spilling any of them anywhere. Okay. Now that small quantity at the bottom there is going to like really expand big time. And I mean big time, to make the makings of my sprouting. The soaking phase is when the seeds start germinating. Okay? And germination is a process whereby the dormant matter inside the lentils, in this case, starts to become active and starts to prepare to do some growing. Then when we go into the sprouting phase, the little tails, namely the roots, will start to grow. And you can see that the whole vegetable develops in volume as a result of the sprouting process, and you end up with tons of volume of food. So just take a quick look, okay? That's how much is in the 1 litre jar at the moment. It's going to expand big time by the morning. Okay, when I'm leaving them to soak, I've got the water going right up to there on the jar, okay? I tend to put it into a bowl here just in case the expansion of the lentils or beans or whatever increases so much that it pushes the water out. It's never really done that. I just thought I'd put it in a bowl just in case I misjudge it in terms of amount and the rest of it. And we'll have a look at that in the morning. Okay, it's now about 12 hours later, and you can see that the lentils, brown lentils, have expanded a lot. Next stage is to pour all of this into a massive sieve and run it under a tap for a fair period of time to wash off any bacteria and stuff and make sure it's all going to work nicely. Now I'm just transferring it all into the sprouting trays from my sieve after I've just rinsed them all off. And the idea there is just try and get them like a 1 bean thin, or as close to it as you can. And then what will happen after that is every day, twice a day, morning and evening, I'll pour water into the top, and it will then trickle through the siphons down through the various levels to the bottom, and I then tip that stuff out. If the water doesn't drain properly, I may have to tilt it left, tilt it right, you know, to make sure I'm getting all the water flowing through the system so you don't get bacterial build-up. I've had no problems with this device at all, but I have had some problems with some really organic hemp beans that I tried to, or hemp seeds, which I tried to sprout at one point, because they were a bit too organic, if you get my drift. You know, there was some like bacteria or mold in the shells, and there was little fibres that started to grow and spread all around the area. So sometimes you can get a bad batch, but for the most part the result will be good. Now, if you consider that at the moment, at today's prices here in the UK, 2 kilograms of lentils cost £3. And these things are just going to fill up with sprouts, okay? Just like it's just going to grow and grow and grow, so expand dramatically the quantity of fresh vegetable crop you'll have. It's actually very worthwhile and money saving, as well as being environmentally friendly, to do sprouting. You're not putting any energy into the equation, apart from, you know, turning on the tap and putting water through the system. And you will be getting all kinds of vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, proteins, and all that kind of stuff, which will really help your body. Now, I don't believe that there is some kind of singular diet or singular this, that, and the other for health. Some people say, oh no, it's just the raw, or they say, no, it's just vegetarian, or just vegan, or just high fruit, or whatever. I think that's bollocks. I think that's a lie. I think that that's like a complete fiction. And the reason I think that is because you go through a journey with your health, okay? Sometimes you may need to pick up on one thing, like let's say it's more fibre. The other times you may think, hang on a minute, I'm not really functioning as well as I could be. Maybe it's a question of nutrition, and I need to think much more about magnesium levels, vitamins, B vitamins, and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe it's a question of more in the way of healthy fruit and vegetables, as opposed to meats. Or maybe you're doing a muscle workout, and just for that time, although you're not trying to turn yourself into Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything, you need to have extra protein, so then you go back to increasing the quantity of meat that you need. And you also experiment with different forms of cooking methods to try and extract the best quality and ease of digestibility out for yourself. Alright, so it's not black and white. We as humans, we like to think everything is black and white, but it's not. And this is one excellent way of assisting you in getting to, that extra 1 degree in the right direction to push you towards health, or that extra 1% less likely to catch a cold, or 1% less likely for your body to get ill in this way or that way or the other way. And you feel better inside too. And on top of that, if there's arguments going on with people who are undesirable, if your body and your brain is fed properly, the likelihood of you being able to win in those arguments, and also to protect yourself and turn yourself into an ideological force of nature, is going to be a lot stronger if you're looking after your brain and your body through eating well. This is day 3. As you can see, I've just put it through another rinse. Got lots of little tails there. That's edible right now. But I want to grow a bit more crop, so I'll leave it maybe another day, and I'll just tuck into it. And the other one over here. So a lot more volume's being created. We got some green stuff that'll be good there for the chlorophyll, which will do your digestive system some good. You got high fibre, B vitamins. You got calories, protein, basically, trace vitamins and minerals. And if you think about how much has actually been used to make this stuff, it's economical. We've got three tiers on each sprouter. Look at that, eh? Look at that, eh? So I can just shove this on a massive great salad, and it'll be really rather good. It's health, cleanliness of guts, and all the rest of it, and nutrition, and cheap. And I think that's quite important.